Greetings everyone, welcome to commerce classes, and today we are starting with the practical part of this chapter, that is redemption of preference shares. So how do we solve a question, how do we pass journal entries and make working notes, etc. Now the practical part involves understanding of the main provisions, because once we understand the main provisions, then only we are in a position to make notes and give the journal entries, and if required we can make balance sheet as well. So let us see where this topic falls in our complete chapter. Now in this, regarding the issue of preference shares, this is the part that we have already covered in the first video. Next, redemption of preference shares, meaning and provision was covered in the last video. So now we have come to this step-by-step approach to solving practical questions, wherein we will be understanding the main conditions. So since we are having certain conditions, so this topic will again be covered in certain videos, and we'll take up each and every condition in detail, and then I will make one complete video on all the conditions taken together, and then we will solve the question. So let us take up the conditions one by one. Now when we look at the main provisions, then we have number one condition, redemption of fully paid preference shares only. So we need to understand what to do if our shares are not fully paid, and then once our shares are fully paid, then we have to make estimates for these things, because at the time of redemption, if we are paying premium, we'll have to provide sources for that. Since we are reducing our capital, so we need to have sources of capital, that is reduction in the capital must be matched against the specified sources. Thirdly, we are to make cash payments, so we need to arrange for cash also. So depending upon the estimates that we make in this first step, we'll be providing sources for these three categories. Once it is done, then we'll go for redemption and repayment, and we'll study journal entries side by side. Alright, so for each of these provisions, we'll be understanding their practical implication, working note making, and journal entries side by side. Once we reach here, then we'll revise all these steps together, and then we'll solve the questions. So let us first do the first provision. Now our first step is to estimate preference capital to be redeemed, premium payable on redemption, and cash payable on redemption. Now it is very important to read the complete question thoroughly and make adjustments in the question itself. Why am I saying this? Because sometimes some points are given in the additional notes, and we may miss out on some of these. So it is very important that all the points must be recorded in the balance sheet or in the question itself. Now in order to make these estimates, we are to remember first condition. This estimate is based on first condition or provision of redemption, that we can only redeem fully paid preference shares. Alright, so if your shares are partly called, then we'll have to make them fully called by making final call due. So the practical implication is that if our preference shares are fully paid, that is in your question, your shares are fully paid, then you can directly start working for the redemption. That is, you can start making estimates, and then we'll move on to next step. Now if your shares are partly called, in that case what we can do is that if you have two or more categories of preference shares given to you, one which is fully paid, another which is partly paid, then we'll go for redemption of fully paid shares. Like suppose your question says that you have 10,000 preference shares of 20 rupees each fully paid, okay, 2 lakh, and then you have another say 5,000 preference shares of say 100 rupees each, 80 called. Now after this, your question says that preference shares are due for redemption. It doesn't specify the category. So out of the two options available, we'll go for that category which is fully paid, because as per rule only this thing can be redeemed. So if you have more than one category, the one which is fully paid will be redeemed, remaining will be left as it is. But what if in our question we just have one category which is partly paid? So if you just have say this capital being given, Now when your question says go for the redemption, we'll have to work for the redemption. So what we shall do is that this 20 rupees will be made due. So make 20 rupees call due and receive the same. Once you make it due and receive it, your shares will then become fully called and paid. So after that your shares will be 5000 shares of 100 each, fully called, that is 5 lakh rupees. So these shares can then be redeemed. So this will require passing of the journal entry. Like in the first case, since your shares are fully paid, there is no need for any additional entry. We will directly start with the redemption. In the second case, A part, when you are going for redemption of fully paid shares, you are not doing anything extra. You will start with the redemption. So at this stage, no journal entry is required. However, in this stage, when you have only one category which is partly paid, then it is our assumption that we will make final call due and receive it. So this will require journal entry for making final call due. Now when you make the call due, this amount becomes your asset because this is receivable and your capital is increased proportionately. Like in this case, 5000 shares at the rate of 20 rupees. So 1 lakh rupees will be called. So your capital increases by 1 lakh and the shareholders become your debtor for this amount. Then you receive this amount, bank to share final call account. So 1 lakh will be received. So after this, your shares are now fully called and paid. So now you can make estimates and you can work for the next steps. Okay, so our estimates will be, when we are making estimates, our estimates are to be made for three things: preference capital to be redeemed, premium payable on redemption, and finally cash requirement. How much cash is required to pay for the shares? Okay, so let us see the working of first condition and the estimates. Now first is Sucheta has 4000 10% preference capital of 100 each, 80 called, and 10,000 8% preference shares of 10 each, fully paid, redeemable at 5% premium. So which category can be redeemed now? So if the company is to go for redemption, then the one which is fully paid will go for redemption. So this category will go for redemption. So preference capital to be redeemed will be 10,000 shares of 10 rupees each, that is 1 lakh rupees. This is 8% preference shares. Then premium payable on redemption, it is 5%. So 5% of the capital, that is 5,000. And cash requirement, how much cash is required? You need to pay capital as well as premium. So your cash requirement will be 1,05,000. So in the first step, we are to do this work. We are to make the shares fully paid and then we are to assess the requirements of different categories, so that in the coming steps we will be making sources available for these. Now second question is, Raj Limited decided to redeem 4,000 10% preference capital of 80 rupees called and paid. Okay, so your shares are partly called here. So what steps are needed for the redemption of these shares? So as per the first condition, the shares have to be fully called and paid. So what we need to do is, on our own we will make second call due. So in this case we will make a call of 20 rupees due and receive the same. Okay, so your journal entry will be share final call account debit. You are making it due, so you are going to receive this amount. So whatever is expected, what we want to receive is debited. So 4,000 shares at the rate of 80 rupees, that is 3,20,000 to 10% preference share capital account. So your capital gets created and then you will receive the same. So this is by assumption, because our shares have to be fully called and paid. So we are assuming that we are making final call due and receiving the same. So these entries will be performed on our own by assumption. You can give a note in the problem that as per conditions shares should be fully paid. So we are making final call due and receiving the same. So you will do this, and after this your preference capital will be Earlier your preference capital was 4,000 shares of 100 each, 80 paid. Now it will be fully paid. So your capital is now 4 lakh rupees, which is to be redeemed, and we are not given any premium, so our sources required will be for the capital to be redeemed 4 lakh, premium on redemption nil, and cash requirement it will be 4 lakh. So we will be making sources available for these. So this is regarding the preliminary step or first step, that is we are making estimates. Now this is clear, then we can take up the next. Now Munmun Limited has 10% preference capital of 2 lakh rupees, 10 rupees face value and 8 rupees called. These shares are due for redemption at 10% premium. Alright, now what steps are needed to be taken for the redemption of these shares? So what we need to do is, shares should be fully called and paid. So we will make final call. Since 8 rupees are called, so 2 rupees will be called. And the number of shares are here, since it is 8 rupees called and 2 lakh rupees of capital is there. It means you have 25,000 shares at the rate of 8. Now you will make final call of 2 rupees due. So share final call account debit. Alright. So on 25,000 shares, 2 rupees per share. So 50,000 rupees will be called and your 10% preference capital will be raised. 50,000. You will receive the same amount. So bank to share final call account. Bank account debit to share final call 50,000. So the effect is that once you make this call due and received, your 10% preference capital will now be 25,000 shares of 10 each fully paid. Okay, so 2,50,000. So this is your capital to be redeemed. So our estimates include capital to be redeemed, premium payable on redemption, since you are to redeem them at 10% premium. So 10% premium will be 10% of the capital, 25,000, or you can say 25,000 shares at the rate of 1 rupee premium. One share is of 10, so premium 10%, 1 rupee. So your cash requirement will be 2,75,000. You are to pay this much capital and 25,000 premium. So in our first step, what we are doing is, we are making sure that our shares are fully paid, and then we are estimating the capital reduction, premium requirement, cash requirement, because we are to arrange the sources. Our next conditions are regarding the sources only. So I hope this first step is clear to you. So next time we will be taking up the next condition. So stay learning, stay practicing. Thank you.